Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, and I have a little thrift store, not a thrift store, consignment store that I went to today, and I found a treasure, or 12 treasures, and I can't wait to get home and to show them off. I'm so excited about a few of them, and a few of them are just silly little things for like my craft box and stuff, but some of them are actual to me treasures, which is the point, right? And we are here at King's Teriyaki Fish and Chips. So husband and I are both going to get the same thing as when I took my mom. It's the Alaskan cod, deep fried, crispy on the outside, fresh and flaky on the inside fish and chips, and a little container like about that of coleslaw. And we have drinks at home, and that's where we're headed next, and I'll see you there. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing. I love to meet new people. Never be shy about commenting, because I'm also a big chatter. Typically, if I have time, I will go on and on and on. So anyway, take care, everybody. I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty then, we have been to the fish and chips place and gotten lunch, and it was so good. And then now we are home, and I brought in the things that I got at the shop. It's a consignment shop. It's called New, with the number 2 and the word you. So it's new to you. And so I spent just a little bit more than $100. And I'm not going to show you one thing until the very end, because I want to keep it together when I tell you about this thing. I'm attached to it with memories. All right, so let's show you this stuff first. I'm really liking this color. Do you call it? Well, I was calling it Tiffany blue, and I don't know if it's even coming up as that color on camera. It's a robin's egg bluish green too, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. But it's so pretty. It's embossed with these branches, like spring branches. And I'm going to put this on the entryway table. And I don't know what I'll put in it at that point after that. I would love to put like a hen, like a stuffed hen, but I don't know where I'd find that, So it could look like it was nesting in there. But anyway, speaking of nesting, I didn't have one like this. I have a white one, a really tiny white one, but this one's really big. And I thought I could put some eggs in there just for pretties. And back when I was a kid, people had chickens. They didn't have that I remember anyway. They didn't have bunnies. They had hens. All of the ladies in the neighbors that were my mother's age and older had them on like a coffee table, along with those giant glass grapes. There'd be like a wooden vine and these giant grapes all over it. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Speaking of which, when I was in that shop, they were playing music, and I thought, they used to play oldies in here. Yeah, there are oldies, Kendra. Because I know that years and years ago, I'd go in there and they'd be playing music from the 50s and 60s. And now the oldies that they're playing in the consignment shops are from the 80s if you're lucky, but 90s and the 10s. What do you call that anyway? 2010, 2000, I don't know. So anyway, here we go. I also found, and this is a tiniest bit faded of the same color as the bowl. And it's just a Starbucks cup. It's got some dirt on it. It's, do they have a year on here? I don't see a year. Oh, there it is, 2023. This is just last year's cup. And it looks so springy to me. And I need to quit it with getting the cups. I'm not feeding an army coffee in here, Okay, and then again with the same color. It's just a partly used notebook, notepad or note card. And it's that pretty blue with embossed gold, and then the little pearls in there. I'm going to open one up and see, because I didn't do that in the store. They had it taped down pretty good. So it's just blank on the inside. And then it comes with like a gold signature or Hallmark brand, I guess. Yeah. And then it's gold on the inside too. Isn't that pretty? I've got one, two, I don't know, how many do I have? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are perfect for spring and summer, I think. Just to send a happy note of Happy Mail. Okay, so I should tell you that when I went in, I specifically wanted to find, I like, if I found nothing but this, I would have been happy. I wanted a mint green milk glass coffee, like dainty teacup, not a coffee mug, but a teacup, not dainty either, because that milk glass was kind of tough, I think. Not like bone china or anything. Anyway, they didn't have any. I watched Diane Schiffer, I think her name is, and she's, what does she call herself? The something Nanna. Anyway, she's the sweetest thing, and she always has her tea with the most precious vintage things, and I love that. I will link her channel below. So this is just for summer. You know, I could put it on crafts. I could use it to decoupage. I could use it for what it's intended for. And it's a never open. What did I pay for this? Did they put that on? Yep. $4.25. Way too much, but it was calling to me. Okay. And then I got 4 of these. I don't know, I was going to use it to do some craft organization, but you know, I don't know what I'll use it for. Anyway, I got it in green. I got it in red. I got 4 of them. Green, red, black, and blue. And the reason that I got these specific colors is because that's what they had. They didn't have any other colors. Okay, and then let me show you this too. I'm going to try to do this. So it's a transfer, several transfers, I think, the whole week, unless somebody's used it and taken some out, but who knows. You iron them on, and then you take, you know, embroidery thread, and you just do X's along it. I think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. But the X's I could do. Oh, well. We'll see if I actually get to it or not. Cross-stitch colonial girl. She doesn't look like a colonial girl to me. She looks Amish. Well, maybe not. Who knows? And then here's a brand new pack of things to do this week. And it's got each day of the week and kind of Tuscan looking with the lemons and the yellow. There was something else I thought was Tuscan looking. I don't know what it was though. Oh well. So I'll put, the grapes. I thought they were too. All right, now I'll go over here to this stuff. So these are postcards, and they're reproductions. They're not aged. So we've got these 2, and we've got these 2. And you know I can make a story up for these. I won't right now, but when I use them, I will. I might just write a note and use them for what they're intended. And what did I pay for each of these? I have to erase the price tag. $1.50 a piece. I was still feeling pretty good because this is like one of the first things I threw, and I'm like, $1.50 each, I can do that. And then it started adding up, you know, like it does when you're shopping. And I got these buttons because they're flat back, and because I can use them, and because they were 49 cents. So that's coming to a craft thing sometime near you. And I got one of those flat rubber that you put on a block stamps, and it's just a sea critter poking out of a shell. It reminds me a little bit of The Little Mermaid. Sebastian, was that the crab's name? That was a long time ago that I saw that. A long time ago. My daughter had all the Disney movies on video cassette. It looked like a bookshelf under the console television with a VCR on top of it. I found this and thought it was a hoot. You know who I thought of? Bad girls throughout history. And the only one I know by name is her. So I believe they're note cards, and I didn't open them, and I paid $4. Big deal. Oh, here we go. Here's some more on the back. I knew that, but I forgot. So, someone from Asia, Jane Austen, Queen Elizabeth I. I watch everything that I can get my mitts on PBS about the history of the queens. There's this one blonde narrator who dresses in the period and goes walking around the castle with the actors and actresses like she's just, whispering in the eaves and telling you what's going on with the royalty. It's so cool. I love her. She wears dark red lipstick and she's got like a Dutch boy almost, but a little bit longer. Really cute little hairdo. Anyway, what is this? Queen, I don't know. Oh, I bet that's Hawaiian. I could be wrong. Ada, I don't know her. Ada Lovelace. Josephine, and my camera is not focusing on these letters and my glasses are on top of my head. Hold on, poke myself in the eyeball. All right, maybe I can read it better now. Josephine Jacor, I don't know. Carmen Miranda, know who that is, the fruit on the head, right? Iris Apfel, or Appel? Apfel? I can't read it. Awful? Iris Awful. I don't know. Maya Angelou, she's my favorite. And Dolly Parton. 10 designs, 2 of each. See the full range of bad girls throughout history products. 2017, nothing 19 here. $3.99 for the box. I didn't open it. I think it's taped shut. I don't think it's ever been used. That's good. All right, and then what else? Is there anything else? Oh, this. I got another one of these just because I can't be helped. I love them. And I use them whenever I put things out, to decorate. Oh, no, there is something here. I got this little guy for the 4th of July and Memorial Day and, whatever else. The summer, Labor Day, all of that. The summer patriotic holidays. So he's just a hand-painted sign, And, oops, gosh, I'm going to break that bowl no matter what, I guess. So he looks real 3D. I mean, I thought that was through the camera. Oh, my word. Kendra, you're done. You are done. Be aware that doesn't stand up very easily on its own. Okay, now I'm going to put all of this away or to the side so I don't continue trying to break stuff. And I'm going to show you the thing that made my little heart jump. It's showing you this. It just looks like somebody was learning to sew here and they put together a hot plate mat, whatever you want to call these. It had a tag on it that said what it was. Okay, now I'm going to get out the other thing. Okay, so first I'll tell you this much. When I was a little girl, I was about 3 or 4. I was born in 1961, so I was 3 or 4, and that would have been then, what your says would be. Add it together, so I don't have to. Anyway, my mother for Christmas had Santa bring me a doll. So that doll stayed with me when I went and had my tonsils out, when I went to the hospital, and I was like, when I had my tonsils out, maybe 6. It stayed with me when we moved because my father had the kind of job where he kind of shadowed the Navy, where he would transfer. And so we lived in a lot of states, a lot of houses. And the doll, everybody, the movers would come, Beacon's movers all the time, and they would pack everything, but the doll went in the car with me. The doll went with me when I was 12 to the hospital to have tubes in my ears. And let's see, just everywhere. So you might not know, but my first husband and I were married for 20 years to the day. He picked that date, that he was the one that did the paperwork and everything, because I didn't have a job. There's a long story on why I didn't have a job. The police removed him from our home, and I had a daycare at the time, and so they shut that down. Anyway, he was very, very, very abusive, and I had that doll. I took it with me when I married him, and I married at 15, and he preferred young girls. So, think on that for a minute. Back then, nobody said, oh, that, 25-year-old man is messing with that 15-year-old girl. What is that, Back then they said, well, if they love each other, a judge will sign I forgot what it was even called, a waiver. And you can, get that signed off and you can get married. And so we did. And I took Thumbelina was her name with me. And I had her for the first 2.5 years we were married. And he hated her because she was ugly. And she is. She came out of the box ugly, but she was mine. And so we lived out in the country, not far from where I live now. And we had a burn barrel. Back then, everybody used to burn their garbage back then. It was 1979, 1980. Anyway, he grabbed her and he threw her in the burn barrel. It was burning, and there was nothing I could do, and I lost her. Anyway, I told the guy in the store when I saw her, I thought I was going to make a scene, and I'm not going to make a scene here either. Okay, so when I walked past, I said, that looks like Thumbelina, and it was. She has, it's so funny, she has the same raunchy haircut that mine did. It was done by a little girl, I'm sure. This is not the outfit she came in. She had a little, I want to say it was yellow or pink light dress. And she had shoes. She should have had shoes. I don't know much more about her, but I paid $24 for her. And I didn't even put her in a bag. I carried her in my arms out of the store. Okay, so here's something else about Thumbelina. This did not come this way. This was they tried to repair it, and it does not work. Inside here is a box, and you would turn a knob, or you would pull a string, and I think mine was a string, but I'm not positive. Anyway, turn this, and she moved ever so slowly and slightly. She doesn't move at all. The turnkey that they put in is stripped, and if I let my husband, my present good husband, perfect husband, take care of it, he could probably fix it, but I don't want it. She came with these thin eyebrows, no swallow or drink. Looks like somebody tried to put something in there, which I did too, by the way. I used to try to stick a fake bottle in her mouth. She's just as ugly as she can be, but she is tied to my heart. I've looked for her and looked for her. You know what I mean? And I'm going to try to find a vintage dress to put her in. And there's my second doll I've ever had, because there's a doll group that I'm not involved in. But her name is Thumbelina. Her head would go rock back and forth, and her arms would sort of, I think, it doesn't seem like they would, so maybe not. I bet not, because her arms are not attached to this, and this hard part around her neck is probably attached to whatever mechanism would do that. My little baby, when I left home before I got married, she had dark spots up her nose from knitting needles. I didn't do it. My brother did. So my babies were not protected from the men in my life. Anyway, so a little bit of dirt I need to clean off. Just clean her up nice. I wonder if there's a Dolly hospital anywhere. I'm not doing it. I'm not sending her out of my sight. But I will clean her up. And I know that makeup won't come off because it didn't the whole time I had her. Okay, so that's all I have to say about my day's shopping. It was wonderful. My lunch was wonderful. I slept in this morning, and I'd do it again. I will see you guys again. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all.